Hello, I'm Peter Vaughan, and today I'm at Stoneleigh in the Midlands at the January Motorhome and Campervan Sale, the first of Warner's outdoor shows for the season. Now, you may know me and Out and About Live from our video reviews from our magazines, but we also have campervan and motorhome shows right throughout the year. This is the first one, but they go on. Next one's Harrogate, and there I'll be doing a talk on how to buy a campervan or a motorhome. Now, come with me as I go around the show, talk to some of the traders about the vehicles they've got for you to see. So I'm with Richard from Orange Campers. Richard, yes. You've got a variety of campervans here this year. Do you want to tell me a bit more?
Yes, well, we've just, as a lot of people know, we've just launched a Series 9. Well, it's a Series 2 now, isn't it, on the new Fiat Ducato. So this is our medium wheelbase option, and it's a bit bigger. You know, we famously, you know, we launched a 5 metre first, and that suited a lot of people. And then, as you know, Fiat stopped making that, so we've moved on to a 5.4, and we've given it a different layout as well. And this layout's been done before in different vans, as you know, you've seen yourself. But it works so well in the Fiat, because the Fiat's a little bit wider, squarer, a bit taller. So this layout really does work well in this van.
So you've moved away from a side kitchen to having the kitchen at the back now in this one?
Yes. Well, we still offer that, and we are a bespoke little business where we can tweak and change these vans for you, and we do offer that option still. But this is the option 2, which it seems to fit a lot of people's needs nowadays.
So, Richard, let's go and have a look inside.
Yes.
So it gives you quite a different feel, doesn't it? You've got the 4 individual seats, the 4 seat belts still.
Yes.
But then kitchen and toilet area at the back.
Yeah, no, it's like I say, this layout's been on the VWs for a few years, but it just, you know, there's more space to walk between. It feels generous. We don't use the front seats for your bed either.
Right.
So your feet go under that way. These seats are rib single seats, so they slide together to make one big double. Or you can have 2 single beds, and then you can walk down, you can use the loo, you can cook and use the back of the van, even though the beds are made. And
with the single beds, you've still got this walk-through then?
It is, it's gorgeous, yes. And if you're that bit taller, I mean, these beds are 6 foot, but if you're 6'4", or like we get a lot of tall customers in the Fiats because of the head height, you can use these front seats to put your pillows on, just angle them up a little bit, and give yourself a little gentle slope, and it really extends the bed. You know, you can get 6'4" out of these beds quite easily. So we've always had a lot of tall customers with a Fiat, mainly due because when you sat in the vans, when the roof's down, as you know, the V-dubs, if you're really tall, you'll be touching your head on the back seat. But these are so generous headspace, you know, that's, so we've always attracted a lot of tall people.
And you've still got a bed in the roof as well?
Yeah, we've still got a bed up there as well. We've just changed, this is our first demo we made, and we've changed and tweaked this van. Now it's gone into production, and we've changed the bed a little bit different now, which is really nice, and that seems to work really well. We offer a fully sprung bed package up there as well.
And that's really your own roof?
Yes, that's our own roof. We had that made, and you see some of my previous videos when we took this to France and Spain for 3 weeks or the last summer, and you'll see me walking up there, putting the surfboards on and so on. So it's a really well-built, strong roof, and that's our ethos. Everything's well-built, good quality, and it's built to last, and that's why we give you a 3-year warranty with all our vehicles.
Shall we have a look at the kitchen then?
Yes, certainly. And as you say, when you walk around, you can see you're walking through. It feels a much bigger van. It really does. It feels very spacious. You know, you wouldn't believe you're in a medium wheelbase, 5.4. And then we've got a bathroom area, which can be closed off. And, you know, so you've got a nice bit of privacy. And when you do want privacy, you can set this door to that position, and you can give yourself a private bathroom area, which is very nice. But you notice the kitchen straight away is a lot more generous than a lot of smaller vans. A really nice big 3-ring hob, and a generous proper sized sink, which is lovely. And we do offer hot water as well.
But if
Mm-hmm.
if this is a bit big for the customer, you have got other vehicles on the stand
Yeah, we've
too.
got some different vans as well. I forgot my steps are on my way, so it is easy to get out. The micro camper is a really good base vehicle, especially if you live in an area where you've got a height barrier. So these will go under any multi-storey car park under 2 metres.
So what's the height of this with the roof down?
1.92 with a roof down, which is really good because, like I say, multi-stories, height barriers, you know, it'll fit under everything.
And the base vehicle now is?
So we use it, we build on the Scudo because this is a PSA van. Yes.
Fiat
so
Scudo.
this is a Vauxhall Vivaro though. But we do build on the new Scudo. We build on used vehicles as well. So you can get this from just under 40k as a second-hand vehicle with a brand new conversion in 3-year warranty. And
what sort of age and mileage would the base vehicle be?
That'd be anything from a 19 to 21 reg, under 30,000 miles. So a really good, you know, a great starter van. Or, you know, if you want one to replace a car even, then it's an ideal van to replace a car, because these are very car-like, under 5 metres, very narrow, very slim, and it drives beautifully. Really does.
And then in between sizes, you've got the Fords.
Yes, we're still on the old shape Ford. I know there's a new shape Ford out at the minute. We probably will go on to that model eventually, but we've still got the older shape at the minute. And there's some great deals to be done on these because now the new shape's pushing the prices up.
So what sort of money are we talking about for one of these?
These, from 60k upwards, you'll get a really clean, really well looked after Transit Custom. Now, most of ours are on the active model, which is a really high spec and extra safety features and so on. But gadget-wise, these are so many electrical
And you've
gadgets.
got the choice for the pop top or a high top one.
Yes. Now, the high top, you know, we've been specialising in the high tops, and we've even been doing a lot of customers' vans where they've bought a high top, a pop top, and they've changed their mind. They love the van and they want a high top, so we take the pop top off and we fit a high top as well. So we've done a lot of birch overs on the Hillside group.
What sort of cost is involved in?
It's about £9,000. Right. It's not a cheap option, but there is a lot of cupboards in there. There's a lot of work
storage
involved. But we've got a lady with a T5 in this week, which doesn't seem feasible. But if you love your van and it's been, you know, its history, you know, you just want to keep your van and you know, you love that van, then it's worth everything to you rather than a monetary value. But yeah, so and we've got a lot of customers that have had it done now, and they just love the difference. You know, it really is a different, you know, because finding the right van, to find your van, especially like this one, automatic, 170 brake. If this was a pop top, it'd be very hard to find it in the high top version. Yeah. So to have yours converted seems the obvious choice sometimes. Yeah.
And you said this one's an automatic.
It is.
You've got automatics across the range?
Yes, we have. Yes, we even do them on the new medium wheelbase. But at the minute, they have to be the high roof. So we're just launching, which we're in time for Harrogate. But our first one is coming off the production line in about a week's time. Right. And
so we'll be able to see the high top version of your medium wheelbase at Harrogate. Oh, that'll be interesting.
And it's like I said, there'll be a full video out very soon. And it's exactly the same layout. You just get more generous cupboards all the way around, and deeper, higher cupboards, and it really does work. We've even just recently done one with a pop top as well. So
pop top on the high top.
On the high top, yeah. So that was really nice. We used an ATEC roof and a beautiful roof, and it gives you that ability to walk in your van and stand up freely. But then if you've got young kids or if you're taking anyone with you and you want the extra beds
upstairs,
you've got
the extra beds.
It really does work well. But these two vans are customers' vans, and we're selling these for customers, and they're upgrading already onto a medium wheelbase. So we're getting a lot of that now, which is nice, because customers who come back and second time, it really does make you feel, you know, very, you know, grateful.
You must be happy with the product.
It is. Yeah. They love the product, they love it as a company, and they've had the aftercare and they've had the support, and they know it works, so that's why they're sticking with us now.
So is there any extra or special offer at the show that people can take advantage of?
Well, we've extended our, over the winter, we had a lovely package extra. If you bought a van off us in the winter period, because who wants to buy a van over winter? So we've given some nice features, heated seats, you know, I love the heated seats, thermal cab line, some extra nice mattress toppers, and some hoodies and some mugs, just as a little sweetener. And it just, everybody likes some nice freebies, don't they?
Oh, they do.
And at the shows, we always try and give a discount, because it's a lot to come to a show. And you know, we try and offer an extra £1,000 discount off the vans at the shows, which is only at the shows as well.
Yeah,
just to make
every bit helps, doesn't it?
It does, it does, and it's you know, it's nice to be able to offer something extra with your van package.
Okay, thanks, Richard, and I look forward to seeing your new model at Harrogate.
Thank you.
So now we're on the Spartan Campers stand, and you've recently won the Out and About Live Campervan Converter of the Year award, public voted by our readers. And you've got, what, 3 T6.1 campers here and some new features, I understand.
Absolutely. So really proud to have won Campervan Converter of the Year, and especially the public's vote. As a Spartan Campers, as a company, as a brand, as a converter, we've only been, it's a relatively short time in real terms, under 3 years. And to win the public vote, it's been, it was massive for us, and it's really kind of galvanised what we thought just about the quality.
And it's all VWs that you do?
Yeah, we specialise in VW, from a T5 up to every brand new model. That's
okay, let's go and see your latest van then.
Yep, let's go. On this one, it's T6.1. On the exterior, we've done quite a lot of work. So we've had, we put a full body kit, front and back, new alloys, side skirts, and our kind of signature military green paint job. And then in this particular conversion, what we've tried to do is just elevate what a standard camper van is. So I've based the guts of the camper van itself. It's evolved because it's based on me and my family's experience. I've designed it around my 2 girls and my dog, and I go out and I use it, and I find things that I like and sometimes don't like, and evolve it to that. So design 1 looked quite a lot different. So kind of in our first journey away with my 2 girls, and they were both under, one was 2 and one was 3. So we used to have a grill instead of a microwave, but it was slightly bigger, which forced this cupboard to be smaller. Will you imagine, with 2 little kids, within half an hour, I thought, I need somewhere for a toilet.
Yeah.
On that same journey, I used the grill, and I thought, it's going to get warm. You tell 2 kids not to touch something. Magnetic hands, they want to touch it. I thought, right, that's got to change. So I already knew I was doing them. And then, same as in most other, I'd say, campers, and certainly in ours, it's a bit difficult to demo on this one with the new screen, but it's fine in a very lit up room like this. But in a field in the middle of Cornwall with no light pollution, it felt like we were lit up like Blackpool Tower. So I had to come back and rethink of the wiring loom and then send that away to get made. So it meant we can have individual lighting to have different moods.
But you've made some changes on this latest conversion. I think you've gone a bit more off-grid.
Yeah, so as we've gone and done that, we've got some neat features now in terms of, I've got a full hot water system.
Right.
So
what's that running off then? Is that gas or?
No, that runs off our, gas and our leisure battery.
Right.
That is hot water tap with mixer and rear hot water shower point.
Yeah.
We put a great big inverter down here, Victron inverter. And we've got a big lithium leisure battery in the back.
What sort of power is the?
So that, in reality, it's I think it's 110, but it gives us, depending on power consumption, a lot of people will ask me, how much power will it give? Well, it depends how much you use it.
Yeah.
But if you use it, I would say, as a normal person in the fashion that I do, I think we would get 3 or 4 days of full power before having to then worry about conserving.
Yeah.
Conserving power.
But you can use your microwave then off-grid. You don't need to be hooked up on
your microwave off-grid. Part of the reason that we did this is when I went away with my partner, she wanted to dry her hair. So them sockets were very important when we were at the side of the beach. So I would say that's where most of the design requests come from. So what else have we done is everyday things in terms of we've added the fast charging point, light with USBs to the pop top, because the kids, when they're up there, they have iPads, and when they die, they get very antsy very quick. So that was a change. And then we've gone to the digital display system, so you can control everything here. You can control the water, how much is in your water, your lighting, you can flick between your leisure and your van battery. And we've also gone with a full Wi-Fi system as well. So it really is a one-stop, go and enjoy and explore and be free. But if you have to work, you can.
And do I see you're offering an electric bed now as well?
Yes. Again, necessity has brought that in. My little girls are very small, and they do like to do their own thing. So we've got the electric bed system, which is just a flick of a switch, and then that will just slide it out flat. You can come back and press it and slide it out fully. And it just means then, you know, kind of historically these beds, if you're young and small or old and it can be strenuous, not so fit, it can be difficult. Yeah. So we've tried to, that's really...
And is that an expensive option to go for the electric bed?
It's not an expensive option. It works out about £495 to add on, which if you think about the amount of time you will use it, I think it's an invaluable investment, really.
And right in the centre of the stand, you've got a kitchen with no van around it, so that's a bit different. Let's go and have a look at that.
Yes.
So is this effectively what you get in there?
This is actually a fully working and operational campervan kitchen that we thought, it's all great when you build a campervan and they look fantastic, but nobody really, unless you build campers or you're in the factories, you don't get to see what's behind. So this was really an opportunity. I wanted to take the opportunity to build something where our customers could come visit and walk around it and see exactly what you're getting.
You can literally see the back of it where normally this would be the wall of the van.
Exactly. And I think it just shows a whole new, not transparency to the customers, but really gives them a much better idea of what's behind the cupboard.
Yeah, so you can see your inverter, all your wiring, your loo storage that was so important for your kids.
Absolutely.
And 2 water containers, what are they, 12, 13 litres, something like that?
Yeah. The water containers, with the kind of hot water system, we've come away from the water containers in a standard van simply because they don't hold enough water. It takes some water to heat, so we go underslung. But for this, it's perfect. It just means I don't need to go and fill up water bottles. I can close one, swap them around and keep it working. But I think it's just nice for customers to be able to really see what's behind the curtain kind of thing.
Yeah, great. So if people don't make it to Stoneleigh, will they see you at any of the other outdoor shows?
Absolutely. I think we've got an absolutely jam-packed show calendar this year, and we are at every single Warner's event of the year. So if you don't see us here...
Next one's Harrogate then.
Next one's Harrogate, we'll be there, and so on and so forth.
Right through the year.
Right through the year. If you want to see exactly where the shows are, you can visit the Spartan Campers website, which is www.spartancampers.uk, or go onto the Warner's show guide and it'll be there. If you have a look at the Spartan website, we've also starting our new news and blogs going on there, so we're really trying to give some live updates of what we're doing and what's new and what's going on.
Okay, fantastic.
Brilliant.
So this year, with more stock being available in the market, the show has expanded to have an outdoor area as well. And Yorkshire Motorhomes is the first stand you come to in the outside space. I see you've got quite a variety of vans from 30 grand to 70 plus.
Yeah, we brought a range, mix of all sorts, you know, ranging from Heimers, Chassons, Baileys, to give people a different choice.
Okay, and I think you wanted to show us around the Heimer at the back there.
Yeah, I'll show you around the Heimer B588 dynamic line.
What year is this one then?
This is a 2016 66. It's basically a fully winterized Heimer, ranging with 2 single beds, which can be made into a double at the back, access to a large garage at the rear. So you can see, suits a lot of people in regards to storage, layout.
Is this a 3.5 ton van or a heavier?
So 3.5 ton van, so it can be driven on a UK
normal car license.
Yeah. You know, it can be upplated. So if people did want more of a payload, because obviously you're limited with that, you can. So yeah, things that you can do.
And being a dynamic line, it'll be that little bit narrower than some of the others.
Yeah, and obviously it's a good high spec as well.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's take a look inside.
Okay.
And left-hand drive, so ideal for touring the continent.
Yeah, with all Heimers, you do find obviously right-hand drive, left-hand drive, but there's no real difference because you're going to be using in Europe, you would think, you know, fully winterized van can be used all year round. So you find people do find left-hand drive no different to a right-hand. So yeah, all good.
And you've got the permanent single beds at the back and a drop-down bed at the front, so you could use it with a family as well as just 2 people.
Yeah. I always say it's a lovely luxury 2-berth because obviously you've got 2 single beds, nice lounging area at the front. But as you pointed out, you have a lovely drop-down bed if you do want to use it with the family. And again, large fridge freezer.
Yeah, you've certainly got plenty of room in there, haven't you?
Yeah, so you've got good access, and again the steps up to the beds and everything is all good access. Large bathroom,
Good size washroom, yeah.
So yeah, very nice van. One of my personal favourites.
And how much was this one again?
This one's 70,995, and at the show today we're doing this at 69,995.
Excellent. If people missed this show, where else can they see you in terms of Warner's shows and your own dealer premises?
Yeah, so Yorkshire Rose this year we've committed to all Warner's outdoor shows. So the next one being Harrogate, the Yorkshire show, which is our local show, Yorkshire Rose Motorhomes. We are based Doncaster. You'll find us www.yorkshirerosemotorhomes.co.uk.
So Bradley, Milldown Campers.
That's correct.
And you're specialists in Japanese import camper vans.
Yes, that's what we do.
And you've got the Alphard and the Velfire,
Yep.
and now a much newer
Yes.
version of the Alphard. So Series 3, did you say that is?
Yes, so you can see here, these are 2 Mark IIs,
Yep.
is what we call them.
So when did those run in production?
So these started in 2008
yeah,
and then ran to 2014-15.
yeah.
And then that's when you start coming over to this generation.
And this, you said, is the first one in the UK that's been converted into a
we are
camper,
aware of,
as
yes.
far as you know. Yeah.
Yes. Now, you can never know for certain, but
No, 'cause-
we've done our research. But
I've certainly not seen one of these before. It's quite an imposing front, isn't it, on that?
Yes.
You're not going to miss that if it appears in your rearview mirror on the
there's
motorway.
so much chrome on it,
Yeah, yeah.
almost a mirror.
Quite American looking.
Yeah.
So what's under here?
So it's 2.4 litre petrol.
Yeah,
There's no hybrid or anything, it's
No.
just your normal petrol. But it's got one of the fancy gearboxes, which is continuous velocity,
yeah.
which means you don't feel it change gear at all.
Yeah.
It just rolls up through the speed and it's a car at the end of the day. It's
So is this rear wheel drive or front wheel drive?
front wheel drive,
Front wheel drive.
but you can get four wheel drive versions.
4-wheel drive option. Automatic, I presume.
Yes, all automatic.
And are there other engine options, or?
So yeah, they do other engine options, but the other engine option is a V6.
Right.
And when you come over to the UK, people want fuel efficiency. They don't want the big juicy engines. So we tend to stick with the 2.4s.
Okay. And this, I think you said, is a 2016, but
Yes.
obviously with a brand new conversion.
Yes.
So 48,250 price.
That's
And that's everything you see here?
Yeah, drive it away, how's that?
And what do you get in terms of the conversion?
So all our conversions come as a standard sort of, you get your seats, you get your kitchen, you can choose any colour choice, and then you start adding the options on top of that. Okay. But as a base for these side kitchens, you get the grill, you can see there, you've got a double hob in the sink in the top, you've got a 51 litre fridge, you've got your swivel seat, you've got the upholstery with our antlers
I
on
can
it.
see the feature that I want to try. It's this.
Everyone loves that bit.
Just leave me here for the rest of the day. We're finished filming now, haven't we?
But yeah, you can just sort of imagine that, especially with the scenic cameras as well.
Yeah.
Just sitting there relaxing, nice view in the background.
And I think you mentioned you do hire as well. So if somebody's not tried this sort of camper van before,
that's why we do it, because the amount of people that aren't too aware with Japanese imports, that sort of thing, they like to have a little bit of a test beforehand. So we thought we might as well. Yeah. We can make 2, 3 for people to go and test out, spend a week.
And what's the cost of that typically?
So it changes throughout the year.
Yeah.
But on average, we charge about £750 for 7 days.
Right.
So you can have a good 7 days test and make sure you're happy with the vehicles before you actually go and decide on that purchase.
And where are you based? Where can people find out more about Milldown Campers?
So we're in Kent. We're right next to the Channel Tunnel almost. Yeah. Which means a lot of people come down to us, leave the car with us,
to France.
Go over to France for the week. Yep. And I mean, that car on the end, which is one of the hire cars, last year that went to Switzerland and the Alps for 2 weeks. This couple took it and they absolutely loved it.
And do many people then go on to buy them?
Yeah, we do have quite a few people that go and take them. I mean, there's another couple that comes to mind that went to Germany in one of our other hire cars, and they did a 2-week test and made sure they were happy with living with it, because that's what it comes down to. They absolutely loved it, and they're in the process of talking to us about getting their own one made. Yeah.
And we'll see you at other Warner's shows in the year?
Of course.
Okay, thank you. So Lewis, you're Elite Motorhomes, and you've got a selection of new and used vehicles here, representing your brands Auto Trail, Bailey, Chausson and Detlefs.
Detlefs, yeah.
Anything particular about what you've brought today?
So we've predominantly bought 2024 models.
Yeah.
We've tried to get a selection of both British and continental vans. We've got this A-Class here, which we've got quite a large discount off.
Yeah,
as you can
over
see,
16, nearly 17 grand off.
17,000 off, yeah. It's got single beds at the rear with a decent sized garage. It's got a drop-down bed at the front. It's automatic, and it's got 180 brake horsepower. And it's looking for a new owner.
Okay, let's go and have a look inside. So this is a Detlefs Trend.
Yeah.
But a 2024 model, but brand new, unregistered.
Brand new unregistered. It's a T7057 EBL.
Right.
So single beds at the rear. Does create into a huge double as well, a king size.
They're unusually low beds, aren't they? Normally you have
Yeah, so most are high single beds. So we've ordered the low single bed model to cater for people maybe with mobility issues.
Yeah, much easier access.
Yeah, and it also creates into a really large king size bed as well. Separate toilet, separate shower. Nice kitchen area with oven, large fridge freezer, which most people want nowadays. Good size lounge, drop down bed, and you've also, this is a smart lounge, so it's got the belted seats as well. So it's got the backrests.
Convert the sofas into forward-facing travelling
seats. Yeah.
So then you can use it genuinely as a 4-berth with the bedrooms at each end.
Yeah, that's it.
And you say it's a Fiat automatic.
It is, 180 brake horsepower. It's on the 4.25 ton chassis.
So it should have plenty of payload then.
It's a huge payload on it, to give everyone what they need for going long distances. It's ready, available at our dealership.
Yeah, great reason to buy at the show, that sort of saving. And not only is there a saving on the sort of top price, but you can buy on finance, and you've reduced your finance rates, I see.
We have, yeah. So with bank base rate coming down over the last year, 18 months, it means interest rates are coming down. So I think we were sort of 9.9 probably a year, 18 months ago, and we're now down to 7.9%. So it's quite an attractive rate, and it just makes it a little bit more affordable for customers. So yeah, it's quite an attractive rate.
Yeah, another reason to buy now.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if people aren't at the show, where will they find Elite Motorhomes?
So we're in Banbury in Oxfordshire. We're just off the M40, so easy access. We're about a mile just offside. So yeah, we're in a little village called Middleton Cheney.
Okay. And will we see you at other Warner's shows?
Yes. Yeah, we're going to Newbury show, which is in May, and then we're also going to the Malvern show, which is in August.
Brilliant.
So,
thank you. So now we're with the RV Supercentre. Hello, Tony.
How you doing? All right?
Hi, yeah, good, thanks. And you've got a selection here of ex-rental
Yep, today
roller team.
most of what we have with us today is some of our ex-rental fleet, which we've had on the road for 6 to 12 months.
That's all?
That's all, yeah. Refurbished them, got them back to as near as new standard,
Yeah.
and you'll see when we go in one. And yeah, we've got them for sale today.
And all roller team vehicles?
All roller team today, yeah.
Okay. And this one is a...
So we've got the Roller Team 696. These are on a bit of a special at the moment. So 2022 plates, 20 to 30,000 miles for only 49,999 with an automatic gearbox. So really,
With the automatic
with an
gearbox.
automatic gearbox. So great value for money these
Yeah, that's a good saving compared with
Very
new
good saving,
vehicles
yeah.
at like 70, 80
Absolutely.
grand.
And we can supply them, which, as we know, over the last couple of years has been a bit of a challenge for everybody.
So you've got a good stock of these?
Yep, we've got a good stock of these, yeah, in all of our branches. So we've got branches in Toddington, Edinburgh, and another one in Belfast. And all of our branches have got at least one or two of these on display, on sale.
Okay, let's go and have a look at what you
Absolutely,
get
after
for
you.
50 grand.
So yeah, 696, a really nice 4-berth, great use of space with the drop-down bed up here, electric drop-down bed. Lovely lounge area as you're sat in right now. Big full-size fridge, and we all know that when we go away for the weekend, we need to keep things cold.
Plenty of room for the beer in there.
Absolutely, full-size fridge. Nice kitchen with an oven and a gas burner. Plenty of cupboards dotted around as well.
You got a grill there as well?
Got a grill in here as well, yeah, with this one, which is nice. Big drawers, plenty of space in here. Probably can't see it on the camera, but there's loads of options down here for all your cutlery and bits and pieces. So really good use of space. And the most important thing, I think, for everybody, fixed island rear bed, which is nice for the evenings when you're both sleeping together and you don't want to climb over each other in the evening when you need the loo.
Yeah, much more like being at home.
Absolutely, much more like being at home. So I think they're a really perfect van for a 4-people family. And actually, even as a 2-berth, they work really well because this doesn't take up any floor space at all.
Yeah, you don't need to use that if you haven't got the grandchildren or whatever with you.
Absolutely. And we all know, in England, the weather's not the best. So having this lounge space to use during the rainy days and whatever it is with nice panoramic views is perfect.
And up front, from the driving point of view, this is on the Ford, yeah?
This is on the Ford, yeah. These are on the Ford this year. So we've got the Ford automatic gearbox, 6-speed auto. We have lots of customers talking to us about, is the Ford as good as a Fiat? And actually, in our experience, just as good. I know there are some differences. We've got a 6-speed manual versus a 9-speed, but in driving in normal day-to-day, you're not going to notice any difference.
Okay, thank you. And you're doing a competition at the show for people that actually visit the show
Absolutely.
to win a motorhome holiday.
And not just this show, all of the shows through the year with Warner's. So we're really excited. So we've teamed up. We've got a fantastic offer. So if you've registered online, you qualify automatically. And if you attend and sign up, you'll also qualify. You can take a motorhome adventure with any of our branches. So we're part of the THL group, which covers New Zealand, Australia, America, Canada. If you really want to, there's also England and Ireland.
Yeah, I think people are going to go for New Zealand or Canada or somewhere, aren't they?
So enter the draw, and at the end of the year, at the last Warner show of the year, we're going to draw our grand winner, and away you go for the holiday of a lifetime, to be fair.
Sounds like it, yes.
But yeah,
Fantastic.
what is there to lose?
So if people want to find out more about you and your locations, where do they find you?
Really, really easy. So we're the rvsupercentre.co.uk. Hop on the website, which we've just revamped for this year. All of our stock's available, all our locations are available, all our sales team are on there.
And where have you got branches?
So Belfast, Edinburgh and Toddington, and over the course of this year we're looking to move that further as well.
Okay, fantastic. And you're at Harrogate show as well if people miss Stoneleigh?
We are at Harrogate, yeah, absolutely. We're doing all the shows for the first half of the season, and we're going to confirm the second half of the season when we get a bit closer to June.
Brilliant.
All right.
Hi Scott. So
Hi,
we're
Peter.
now with Consort Motorhomes,
Yeah.
and you've got a selection of your current range, including a couple of new ideas.
Yeah.
So shall we start with the extra long one, where you've got now a little extra seating area at the front to give you a bit more versatility.
Yeah.
And you've increased the width of the beds at the back as well.
Yeah, we wanted to give people an option of having, in a U-shaped lounge, of having a slightly wider bench sofa, because increasingly we're finding that people are using that as a single bed.
Yeah.
Now, a fairly standard measurement is normally around about 26 inches.
Yep.
So what we've done on this model, which we'll go and have a look in a second, is we've made the sofa benches, the sofa seats, 30 inches. So that's 2'6".
Yeah.
So it's a much wider single bed. Of course, the slight downside is that it makes the galley between the seats a little bit narrower, but there's
But
still
you have
some,
got separate seating area at the front anyway.
You've got separate seating at the front anyway, and you've also got scope to put a table, and there's still space for your knees. But the payoff, of course, is to have that extra wide bed. So I'll show you that in this van here.
So you've still got a rear lounge rather than permanent beds,
Yeah.
although I think you can do that as an option as well.
Yeah, in this layout you can have 2 fixed single beds.
Yeah.
So again, that gives you that extra width of single bed that a lot of people are now looking for.
And those would be the same size as these sofas.
Yeah, the beds would be 6'3" by 30 inches, the same as these sofas. So you've got this galleyway, this sort of walkway between the seats. And as I say, that can be either as a fixed bed, 2 fixed single beds, or it can be as we've got it here with this rear lounge setup, but with the wider bench seats, as we've said. Let's say the slight compromise, I guess, is that this is a little bit tighter, but there's still scope to put a table here, as we've said, and still enough space to sit with your partner and get your knees in comfortably in there. And then of course the payoff is this super wide space, not just when the back cushions are on, but when we put the back cushions to go into sleeping mode, then that releases this extra 4 inches at the back, and this then becomes a nice big long single
Or you
bed.
can put this cushion in the middle,
Or you
and
can
have
put that
a king
you
size
can.
double.
Yeah, you can. And as I say, it's just another option. And we know that this rear lounge arrangement works very well, but we just wanted to give people a bit of flexibility. And if they do want slightly wider seats, then we can do that on a slightly wider bed as well as the king size. But again, in this arrangement, we've still got this is our duet model. So here we've got the kitchen area, which has got a nice big work surface full of an 85-litre fridge, drawers, etc. And then we've got the dinette in the front section. And we've come away from the double passenger seat, which is a little bit wider, which works really well if you're going to take extra passengers, but that's not really our niche.
No, so this isn't a travel seat, it's just for use on site and to give you a bit more versatility.
Yeah, for 2 people, as I say, that's our niche, is 2 berth, then that gives you scope to sit 2 people, actually with the other passenger seat, comfortably 3 people, but it means that the seat isn't extending into the kitchen area, which keeps the flow of the van working well.
And you showed me earlier that if you slide the driver's seat out and recline it right back, then you can actually sort of almost like a lazy boy with your feet up and maybe have a little doze.
Yeah, that creates this dual zone, and
Yeah.
that's the good thing, you know, about utilising that cab area and having this nice big rear lounge. You can slide, as you just said there, Peter. We can slide that driver's seat back and then recline the backrest down completely, and there's scope to put your feet up on there if you want an afternoon doze.
Yeah, if you find the doors locked later, that's where I am.
Yeah, that's where you'll be. Yeah, I'm sure we'll catch you at that some point. Yeah, having a doze in there. Yeah.
So people can come and see you at Leeds, or they'll see you at other Warner's shows through the year. Which ones are you coming to?
So they can come and see us at our showroom in Leeds, where we always have 6, 7, 8 vans in the showroom, as well as a selection of vans on site. So a factory visit can be organised via our website, so that's a good option.
People can see you at more Warner's shows after this as well.
Yeah, we're going to all the Warner's outdoor shows this year. So the next one is Harrogate in March. I think there's a break in April, and then we're at Newbury in May, and then Newark in June, and then we're heading to Norwich in July and the Malvern show in August. So we'll be with our demonstrators at all the Warner shows this year. So, you know,
Plenty of opportunities to see your vans.
yeah, of course, yeah. And it's,
Excellent.
you know, these shows really work well for us, and it gives people a chance to have a look at the vans in a relaxed environment. And so it's always good to see people if they are looking for this type of van at one of the shows.
Thank you. Hi Dan, so you're out and about campers. You've got 3 new Volkswagens here, but they're the last, you say, of the sort of current generation, the familiar look to the Transporter, before you move on to the new van.
Exactly that. Obviously, there'll still be some kind of used stock moving around, but most of what we'll be moving on to now, will be the new generation vehicles.
Both Ford and VW.
Ford and VW, yeah. At the moment, we've been working more on the hybrid, because we think that's a really cool opportunity for the industry to move to something a bit greener and more accessible for most people.
And hybrid is something very new in the campervan world, because really it's all been diesel up till now.
Exactly that. We've got a couple at the workshop already, and having driven them around, they're actually nicer to drive than the diesel as well. Yeah, very happy.
So let's have a look at one of the last of this current generation of Transporters then.
Alrighty.
Okay, so what sort of money are people looking at for one of these generation VWs?
Absolutely. So obviously there's no more brand new of them.
No.
There's a very, very small amount of stock around. If we can get them, a kind of 45 to 50 on the vehicle, and then conversion. We always like to separate the costs out, because there's so many different base vehicles that they can go into. Our conversion costs 23,500, which is pretty much everything you see here. The only upgrade this one's got is the custom upholstery. And on the new chassis, it's going to be exactly the same pricing. Nothing's changing there. The new chassis sit are about 50,000, give or take, including VAT, that is.
Yeah. So you'll be looking at mid-70s on the new van. And these are a little bit less because they're not brand new base vehicles anymore.
Exactly that.
And inside, it's the classic side kitchen layout, but you've got a little bit of a different look to your conversion.
For me, it's really important that this is your holiday home. It's your luxury space. So it should feel like that. It should have beauty to it. It should be a calming space. It should be aesthetically pleasing, and also practical. And a lot of companies use cupboards, and I really like to use drawers as much as possible, because I think you actually store more in them. It's more...
The thing for me about drawers is when you've got stuff in cupboards, things fall at the back, and then you're on the floor on your hands and knees trying to find stuff.
Which is not part of a luxury holiday apartment, is it?
No.
We are just about to release another design. Again, it's the side kitchen. I really find them the most practical for daily use and for holiday use. The new design again, side kitchen, but with an even higher level of aesthetic than this. It's called the Fuji.
Yeah.
It's based on a Japandi styling, which
Right.
is a bit Japanesey, a bit Nordic kind of
And
styling.
when will we see that for the first time then?
We're going to be releasing that along with also our Crafter and the Transit Custom will all be released at the NEC.
Right, in February.
In February, yeah, 18th to the 25th.
And the Crafter, that's something completely new for you because you've always done the smaller vans. So will that be the 6-metre Crafter?
Exactly that. So yeah, 6-metre Crafter, so medium wheelbase Crafter, but still with a full-size kitchen, toilet and shower, and a convertible bed rather than a fixed bed,
Right.
because I wanted to make sure that we had a more accessible vehicle. Being the smaller, the shorter, you can still park it on your driveway, but with the ability to have a full-size toilet, shower, and a really good kitchen with oven, grill, 100-litre fridge.
And presumably people will be able to see those new vans, not just at the NEC, but at Warner's shows later in the year. Do you know which shows you're going to?
Exactly that. So this year we'll be at the Newark show, we'll be at Norfolk show,
Shepton Mallet,
we'll be
I
at
think you said.
Shepton Mallet, and potentially the Camp Out, but that's to be confirmed.
Okay, thanks very
Yeah.
much. Hi Stephen.
Hi.
Now we're with M&C and you've got quite a variety of vans here. How many vans have you brought to the show?
20. We've
Right.
got 4 or 5 outside, so we sell them, we can swap them over.
Okay, and you've got everything from pop-top camper vans to some fairly large coach builds.
We have, yeah, we've got quite a good selection. We'd like to try and bring a good range to sample what we do. So we like to bring all different layouts and variation of new and used.
And price range, what sort of price range have we got
starting
here?
from about 25, 30, going
Right, so
upwards.
quite
Yeah.
a good starter price
Yeah,
point.
we like to try and cover all the price points because people start on a journey. Often it's quite an expensive thing, so they might buy a starter vehicle
Yeah.
and then they'll change and grade up with us. So it's always good to have a good range and try and appeal as many people as possible.
And then new vehicles, you've got the Remors and Eldis as well?
We do, yes. We
Yeah.
have Remors and Aldis. We usually have Euromobile, but we're just waiting for the new models to come.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, it's a little bit early for those. They'll probably be at the NEC.
So you haven't got Euromobile here, but you have got the Remors and Eldis as well.
Yes, we've got a selection of Remor and Aldis here on display.
And you said there are some deals available on the sort of last of the
There
old
are.
shapes?
Yeah, there are. There's a kind of the new chassis are coming out, and some of the manufacturers take an opportunity to put on new models next year. So on some of the last models and some of the hybrids that have the new chassis coming out.
Yeah.
And the older back, if you like. So it's quite an interesting time, though, the combination. So there's some offers to be had.
So
yes.
good time to buy, potentially.
It is, yeah, because especially with unfortunately, with all the new models that come out, whether they be new chassis, new models, the price increases.
Always, yeah.
So yeah, with the discounts, I think there'll be quite a jump next year. People will start to realise there's been quite an increase going on, as people are aware.
Yeah.
And I think this will be a last opportunity to get some bargains, really.
Okay, so this is a Remor, but on the outgoing Fiat cab, so it hasn't
Exactly.
got the new front with the little slots that some
Exactly.
people don't seem to like.
That's right, they've changed the grille. And this is also the last of the seals, so we've only got a few left. I think there's about 5 left.
Right.
They'll go quite quickly, so they're at a special price. There's a few options available. We've still got a few automatics, which is pretty rare.
Yeah.
And also the rear electric beds, which gives people flexibility, so they can have a small garage or a large garage. And the new models are also here, so if they want the new front on the new models called the Saris. We'll be displaying those probably at the next Warner's show.
And how much is this then on the old cab?
This one's starting from about 63,000, so there's significant discount saving of about £5,000–6,000
Yeah.
on the vehicles, and they are very good quality to price ratio anyway, so
Yeah.
they make a very good entry vehicle for people looking.
Yeah, with a lot of new motorhomes now starting well into the 70s, that's
Yes,
a tempting price, isn't it?
And the spec is pretty good as well, with maybe 2 electric beds, automatic. You can have a lot of different options.
So not only have you got the Fiats, you've got Rimmer on Ford as well, and this is the slightly facelifted Ford.
It is, yes. So the dash is more digital, it comes with a large screen. You've got the option of the automatic, which is, there's no gear stick. It's
now an 8-speed with the rotary dial. Yeah,
and it's very car-like, very nice to drive, very intuitive, instinctive. It has a nice feel to it, so a very positive response on it.
And then you've got Rimmer panel van as well, camper van.
Yeah, and again, we've got the choice. So we've got a few of the old models left. We've also got the new models in stock, so people can choose. A lot of people are not that keen. It takes a while to get used to the new front. So we are noticing the last of the old ones are going quite quickly. Yeah. But, you know, if they want the new one, they can have that as well.
Okay. And then from eldest, you've got AutoQuests with...
Yeah. I think we've got about 7 or 8 models left, so they'll probably start the next couple of shows. But they are great value. It's a very tried and tested product. It's been around for a while, but it is due for a facelift and a new relaunch next year. So again, the last models, and there are some hybrids that have done a 60th celebration, which is slightly different interior. And there's 3 models on the go at the moment. So you can have the old chassis, the new chassis, or the 60th celebration. So again, there's quite a few options and different prices available, specifications on all the Eldises.
And this isn't the only show you do. I think you do all the Warners shows.
We do, yeah. We've done them for quite a while now. It's really helped us to grow and meet our clients nationally because we import and distribute some of the brands, not just a dealer. It gives us that way of meeting the whole country. So it's been excellent for us, really. We really enjoy it. We do approximately getting on for 20 shows a year now.
But if people want to actually come and see you, where are you?
Yeah, we're based in Hull, so that's our main depot and service and distribution point. So that's where we are.
Okay. So that's just a small selection of the dealers and converters that are here at Stoneleigh. And the fact that you can see so many different vehicles in one place and so many different styles of conversion, motorhome, new and used, all together in one place without travelling around to umpteen different dealers and being disappointed that perhaps there isn't anything in your price range. Well, here there's everything in one place, and a lot of it on special prices, or buy here at the show and you get certain packs included. So there's all sorts of benefits of buying here, and of course at other shows during the year. All part of the Out and About Live family, with our website, our video reviews, our magazines. So lots to take in if you're looking to buy a new campervan or a motorhome this season.